Hey everybody, this is Jim at SP500chart.com. It's about 4:15 on October 14th, 2013. Before we take a look at the chart, you just need to remind you that the website and the video are for educational purposes only, and nothing stated at the site or in the video is intended to be used as investment advice. I can draw lines on charts, but you have to draw your own conclusions from your own research and make investment decisions that are suitable for your personal financial situation. I am not a licensed financial professional. I am, however, a guy who draws lines on charts. So let's take a look. Started the day off a bit rough, down, not a huge amount, but down a bit. Interestingly enough, let's zoom in on a 5-minute chart here. Interestingly enough, we came right down to this neckline, call it, which would be in our, I can't call this an inverted head and shoulders pattern. It's some new pattern that we've been seeing a good bit lately. We had it back here in August and September where we had a dip, a bigger dip, and then we went up. Then we came down, dip, bigger dip, and it looks like we're going up. What it almost is acting like is an inverted head and shoulders pattern with no right shoulder. Now, in the notes last week, I think over the weekend it may have been, or was it on Thursday? I do not recall. I mentioned to look at a monthly chart of the S&P, because if you do, here's a left shoulder, a head, and we're above that line. Where's the right shoulder? Even in this, I just thought that was kind of interesting. I'm not saying that's what we're doing, but it sure has been what we've been doing lately in a smaller time frame. So here is that neckline. The left shoulder goes off to the left side of the chart here. Here it is. Head, get over resistance, come back down, back test it, and then we just start going up. And it's interesting too that we are now also over, but just by a tiny margin, another neckline that is the extended neckline from our head and shoulders top back in July and August. So very interesting stuff. See, look what do we have here? We got a left shoulder, a head, then boom. Left shoulder, head, and now it appears like boom. Doing it all over again. If we look at a 10-minute chart too, you can see how we were in our descending red channel, got out of that channel, which is typically usually your first dip in a inverted head and shoulders will be either on a back test, or a lot of times it's also inside the channel. This one was actually outside of our channel. So just to make a long story short, with this move now being somewhat validated by that solid back test early this morning, and you can look, I did not move this line. Go look on the charts. I'm not fudging here. We came down exactly to this level and then started this little climb up. I would expect there to be some resistance at our blue line, which is drawn over our last few tops. You can see we got over that blue line just a bit back in the middle of September. So that tells me this may be a little porous. And additionally, I'm going to add one small line to this chart just in case we start to see a little bit of weakness. I'm going to go with this top and our last top, and let's extend this on out a bit, because you'll remember that if this is an inverted Head and Shoulders. Let's make this a light blue. Let's do it even lighter. There we go. If this does act as an inverted Head and Shoulders pattern, then our target is at about 1640. This line right here goes back to the previous high before the one back in early August. So I guess what I'm trying to say is the last three tops do not line up. We got here, here, and here, and they don't all line up. This line lines up with the first two. This line lines up with the second two. So that's going to be a little bit of an inexact science. But if this move today is any indication that we are dealing with another one of our right shoulderless inverted Head and Shoulders patterns, then we're looking for 1740. And also I mentioned in the weekend video that I wanted to leave this. I wanted to identify our resistance line here, but then I also said let's snap a parallel line and let's see if that provides support. Well, you know, I had it set up with this end of the day low, but you can see very clearly here that if we move this just a tad to line up with our bottom back here on the 9th and let that fall underneath, it sure looks like this is the pitch that the market wants to take, at least for right now. So guys, this line did play out as support for today, and I think it's a support at what is a technically significant amount, because our low today of about 1692 and change is a full 18 points lower than our high of the day, and that's better than a 1% move off of that bottom. So let's see how long we can stay in between these two parallel lines. And with that in mind, I'm going to make these kind of that mustard color. Let me change this one, make it a little lighter. And let's see if we can make this a 1740 target here coming up in the latter part of this week. If we get some good news out of Washington, I think that's probably not going to be that tough to do. But guys, thanks for watching the video. Appreciate your time, your support, and let's keep an eye on this market together. Thanks.